Hi, welcome to Design Space Friday. This is Shirley. Ross, I've been missing in action for a couple weeks, but I'm back. So we're going to start where we left off, and we had brought in the Close to My Heart logo that we are allowed to bring in as Close to My Heart consultants to use in our advertising. And someone asked about adding text. So let's do that today. So the first thing we're going to do is add our name, which is usually what you would want to add, whether you're going to make this for a car decal or for a t-shirt. And let's look at changing the font. You can pick any font that you wish. I'm going to filter my fonts just so I see only the fonts that I know I can use without having to pay for them. And I do like this script font. You would have to bring it together, so we'll do that real quick. Just give you some little practice on this. So you would bring it together by using the letter spacing until your letters were as close as you could get them. And then if you still had a few that were out of place, you'd click on the advanced ungroup the letters. You can see they're beginning to ungroup over here. And then any letter that didn't touch, then you can bring it in and let it touch. Move it over. And again, move it over. And move it over. There we go. Now we want to weld these so that they become one image. So we would weld. And then we would bring it up to wherever we wanted it to go. If we were doing a decal for the car, you might do it this way, or you can even bring the Close to My Heart down and put your name above and make it large. Let's unlock so that we can pull it this way. If you want to make it longer, just kind of eyeball it to see if that's where you want it and if that looks good. And then move it up just a little bit, just so the spacing looks good. Maybe a little bit bigger. I know the boring part. Now, once you have it just the way you want, you can select it. If it's going to be going for a decal, I know it will probably go to the matte just like that because it's all one color. But let's attach it just to make sure it stays centered in the way we want it. So then you click Make It, and it would go to your matte. You'd cut it out, and then you would slice off. If you're doing a 12 by 12 inch sheet of vinyl or a roll, you just cut the bottom off and the side that has the scrap, and then use your transfer tape and put it on with the transfer tape. Let's make it white so you can see that a little bit better when it goes to the matte. There, it looks a little bit better. So like I said, you would just cut off any of the excess before you take it off the back. Just cut it off a little bit of the excess so that the only thing you have is the items that you want to take, and then you just weed it and then put your transfer tape over or paper over the top and then take it to your project. Now what I like to do sometimes is add a shape, and that would be a rectangle, and we're going to make that square into a rectangle by unlocking it. And then I'm going to put it above and just draw it down over. Then I'm going to arrange it to the back, and that just lets me see where it is. And this just will cut a square when we're done around what you've chosen. I'm going to go ahead and make it white so that after select all, after I attach, then this becomes one image when you send it. This time it will cut the box around the letters, which just kind of makes it easier when you go to weed it. You just grab up here and pull off the large piece, then take out any little pieces that might be inside, like the O or the E. And once you have it totally weeded, then you just put on your transfer paper on top of the remaining letters and burnish it really, really well, and then take that transferred image with the transfer paper to your project, such as your back of your car window. Make sure the spaces that you're going to put it on is cleaned really, really well. and then put on your image. Burnish it really, really well to make sure you get rid of any air bubbles, especially if you're working with white. Some of the white outdoor vinyl can be a little bubbly, I have found in some of the projects. So you just want to make sure you burnish. Use an old credit card. Um, you can even use your scraper for your Cricut, just something that helps you make sure you get it laid on there really, really good and flat, and then just pull off the transfer tape or paper, and that leaves your project on. Be sure you get it straight. Mine in my car window is leaning a little to the right, but that happens. If you don't want to use a scripty text, there are tons of text options. Just remember, you are looking for something that's going to be um, readable. So if you don't want it to be too thin, you don't want it to be too scripty that you're unable to read it. So one like the Papagita, that would be a good one. That's got nice bold letters. So just go through and find the one you want, and that would work perfect. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps someone, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.